One of the most inspiring stories on the entire Philadelphia Eagles roster in 2026 started on the other side of the world, my friend. A boy born in Lagos, Nigeria, who arrived in the United States without speaking fluent English, who barely earned a spot on his high school team in Texas, who went to college at just 16 years old, who was selected in the final round of the NFL draft as the 249th overall pick, almost a player who would never have existed in professional football, became one of the most feared interior pass rushers in the entire league. In 2025, this defensive tackle had more sacks than any player selected in the 7th round or later by the Eagles since 1992. He replaced a player who left for more than $100 million and made Philadelphia fans wonder, did he replace him or did he actually upgrade the position? Who is this player? What is the story that brought him here? And why is he one of the most important pieces of the Eagles' defense in 2026? I am going to tell you the full story, from Nigeria to Lincoln Financial Field, and explain why a detailed scouting report reveals that this defensive tackle's ceiling may be even higher than his 2025 numbers already showed. But first, if you are a die-hard Eagles fan, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because this is one of the most improbable and most beautiful stories in all of professional football today. His full name is Moradoluwa Ojomo, but in the Eagles locker room, everyone calls him Moro, and some teammates have an even more revealing nickname for him, Coach Mo. The nickname exists because Ojomo has an understanding of the game that goes far beyond what you would expect from a 24-year-old entering the 4th and final year of his rookie contract. He was born in Lagos, Nigeria on August 15, 2001. His mother Bimbo received a job offer at a technology company in the United States, and the family packed their bags when he was 8 years old, first to Santa Clarita, California, then years later to Katy, Texas, searching for a fresh start after his older sister Omadale was diagnosed with leukemia. Those were years of hospital visits, chemotherapy, and a family that had to find strength where there was none left. When they finally arrived in Katy, Texas welcomed them with the kind of football that builds character, and Moro Ojomo entered that world without having played the sport seriously before the age of 14. He started as a backup on the freshman team. He did not make the junior varsity squad the following year, but he worked, he grew, and he became the defensive MVP of District 19-6A in his senior year of high school, with 8 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles. At 16 years old, he enrolled at the University of Texas, and from there, he left as an Eagles pick at number 249 in the 2023 NFL Draft. To understand how much Ojomo has grown inside the Eagles organization, you just need to look at the numbers in sequence. In his rookie season in 2023, he played just 68 defensive snaps, barely more than a single full game of field time across the entire season. In 2024, the volume increased to 490 snaps, still in a rotational role, but with flashes of what was coming. He recorded 33 pressures, 1 sack in the regular season, and made what many consider the most important play of the Super Bowl IX run, a devastating sack on Matthew Stafford in the 4th quarter of the divisional round game against the Rams, in a sequence that helped define the final result. In 2024, Ojomo's pass rush win rate was 18.7%, the second best in the entire NFL, behind only Chris Jones at 18.9%, a second-year defensive tackle in a rotational role, nearly at the very top of the entire league in that metric. And in 2025, with Milton Williams departing to the New England Patriots on a contract worth over $100 million, the question was asked, who replaces a player of that caliber? The answer was already inside the locker room. Ojomo played all 17 regular season games, started 9 of them, recorded 6 sacks, the second most on the team behind only Jalen Carter, 12 quarterback hits, 6 tackles for loss, and 38 total tackles. His 6 sacks were the 7th highest total in the league among interior defensive tackles, and the most by any Eagle, selected in the 7th round or later, since 1992. The detailed scouting report published on Ojomo reveals a great deal about what makes him effective and what can still improve. Physically, he is not what most people picture when they think of an elite defensive tackle. At 6'2" and 292 pounds, Ojomo carries a lean frame for the position, a narrow chest, a slim core, and hips and glutes without the mass that traditional nose tackles typically carry. But what he does with the athleticism he possesses is remarkable. The report describes a rusher with good burst, good acceleration, and good explosiveness, with above-average agility and excellent body control in multi-directional movement. He uses the ball as his trigger. He reads the snap with anticipation and fires off the line of scrimmage without wasted movement, gaining ground before blockers can establish positioning. His primary move is a combination of a club and a swipe. He strikes the blocker's arm with the club, then clears with the swipe to redirect the contact and cross the blocker's face to penetrate the backfield. That mechanics package works especially well against zone schemes, where guards try to guide him laterally. Ojomo uses his lateral agility to match the guard's track, and then explodes back inside when the angle opens up. Against gap schemes involving pullers, those plays where a guard or fullback runs in front of the center to block at the second level, Ojomo uses his burst to arrive at the point of attack before the puller can engage, forcing the ball carrier's path to adjust. What the report also highlights is Ojomo's timing as games progress. Of the 6 sacks he recorded in 2025, 5 came in the second half, and 4 came in the fourth quarter. It is the profile of a player who improves as the game goes on, who reads blockers with greater precision, who finds angles with more efficiency as the battle extends across 4 quarters. In third and fourth down situations, the decisive plays where teams know the pass rush is critical, Ojomo recorded pressure rates of 19% in 2024 and 12.1% in 2025, both above his overall season averages. That is exactly the kind of production that is worth gold in any defensive scheme. A player who elevates his game precisely when the moment demands it most. Part of Ojomo's success also comes from the context in which he operates. Playing alongside Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, 2 defensive tackles who draw constant double-team attention, means Ojomo frequently faces one-on-one situations where his athleticism and hand-fighting techniques can be fully exploited without having to beat 2 blockers simultaneously. The bigger picture behind all of this is the following. Moro Ojomo is entering the 4th and final year of his rookie contract in 2026, a contract originally valued at less than $4 million in total. The Eagles have already extended Jordan Davis. A contract extension for Jalen Carter is in negotiation. And Ojomo, the player who replaced a $100 million man with superior pass rush production, is going to be looking at the open market after the 2026 season. When Milton Williams left Philadelphia, he left with over $100 million. Ojomo had more sacks, more pressures, and more efficiency than Williams ever produced in a single season as an Eagle. The equation is not going to be simple for Howie Roseman, but while the decision about the future has not yet arrived, the present is clear. Ojomo is one of the most important players on the entire Eagles defense in 2026, and the potential that the scouting report identifies suggests that his best season may still be ahead of him. From a boy in Nigeria who had never seriously played football before the age of 14, through an elite high school program in Texas and the University of Texas at 16, to becoming one of the most efficient interior pass rushers in the NFL in his 3rd professional season, Moro Ojomo's journey is the kind of story that reminds you why professional football still produces narratives that no screenwriter could ever invent. The question left for you, Eagles fan, is direct. Do you believe the Eagles can keep Ojomo in Philadelphia after 2026? Or is he going to end up being another brilliant player developed by this organization who signs a massive contract somewhere else? Drop your opinion in the comments. Do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be back later to keep you updated with the latest Eagles news.